You cooked it a little bit too long.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Time, I can't judge time.
Alright, so I'm just going to turn this on. Start getting my pan hot. You know, it was Mardi Gras this past week and I didn't even think about making a king cake. I should have done that instead, but I didn't think about it till too late. In case y'all don't know, king cake is like a traditional social thing. It's like basically like a cinnamon roll with a lot of sugar on top.
It's yummy.
And they stick a baby in it, and whoever gets the baby has to like throw the next party.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good social tradition. But making a king cake takes like half a day at least. It's several hours because you have to do the dough and let it rise, and then do the dough again and let it rise again. And anyway, I just didn't feel like going through all that rigmarole tonight. But I will one day, I think, make a king cake on our show. Just because I think y'all ought to know what it is. It's kind of a indigenous dish.
It is.
For Louisiana, anyway.
But I think you probably just hired some, like, poor person to make it for you. Oh, wait, we're poor. Yeah, that's why we have to make it ourselves. I forget.
Okay, and just like
living in America,
the fish over
so
once
rich.
To get some of the oil on either side. This is just 2 catfish fillets that I picked up at the store. You can use any kind of fish, like I said.
Catfish is supposed to be good, though. It's hard to, being a freshwater fish,
well,
apparently.
They're bottom feeders. They eat all the crap.
Well, but apparently they don't soak up the toxic, what do they call them, metals. Those metals.
Yeah. Okay. So each side's got a little bit of oil on it.
But it doesn't soak up for some reason. Oh, it's because they're not salt. The salt helps retain the toxic metals for some reason.
Here's
just
salt,
because of the chemical, you know.
And some of my seasoning pepper.
I didn't really take chemistry in school, so I didn't learn that. I'm sure it would help to know, especially like in bomb making. A lot of it is chemicals. But we're not allowed to know those things anymore.
And we'll just let that cook for just a few minutes on each side until it gets a little bit flaky and translucent. You don't want to overcook the fish, but you definitely want to kind of cook it through if you're making fish tacos. You can also do it breaded and fried, you know, dredge it through a little flour and seasoning and then put more oil in the pan. And then you can make a more, I guess, a traditional fried fish taco.
It looks pretty freaky right now. Do you think that's done?
That's done. Just stick it in there.
They look pretty much the same raw as cooked, so.
Oh, good Lord. Meemaw's hooch just fell over.
As long as there's not an open flame nearby, you're probably okay.
Get me.
I had to throw the rest of it out. It had gone bad.
Are you done with this press?
Yes, I think so.
I'm going to get it out the way. See, Shasta is cooking. This is a rarity on Cookin Good. I think the last time you did any kind of cooking was when we had Ben on and you snapped them peas.
Miss May was after Ben.
That's
and
right.
I helped with Miss May.
You
that
did.
was fun.
You
we
helped.
made the dumplings.
The dumplings.
This is kind of like that with dough. I like doing that, though.
I should put you to work more often in the kitchen.
I guess so. I don't really like doing it, though. I mean, it does give me self-accomplishment, but I can just, you know, drink for that. I don't really. I can do drugs. Well, that looks really yummy.
It's gonna be good. What are we doing on time, cameraman?
14 minutes.
Oh, we're doing good on time. About the time this is done, it'll be time to taste it. Well, my boobs didn't pop out so far. I was afraid they might.
I think that elastic's too tight on the top. It's actually going to hold it in.
That's the thing, you know, you think elastic isn't very strong, but in reality, it holds in a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
And it does have a limited lifespan. It will wear out. It's not going to last forever.
And I'll turn this a little early just so I can season the other side. And all we did was our pepper and our salt. And that'll be just fine, right like that. Don't need to do any more. In fact, some people might think that was over-seasoned, but I like my catfish to have some flavor. You know, salmon has a distinctive kind of flavor, but catfish, it's a little fishy, little different.
It tastes like dirt, depending on where you come from.
Right, so you might need to season it up some more.
Cover up that dirt taste. At least in Mississippi it does.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's just all the pollution. I don't know. That's just what I was raised with, so
Hard
that's how
to
I think it's
say.
supposed to taste. Oh, did you hear about in Mississippi they passed that? Well, they introduced that law where
What law?
if you're fat, you can't get served at a restaurant.
but I think that's bullshit. That's just some kind of publicity stunt.
Some kind of propaganda.
Way. Restaurants make their money off fat people who are too lazy to cook.
And there's more fat people in Mississippi than skinny people, I think. I think they have the highest per capita obesity
Well, that's
problem.
because there's a lot of poor people, and like we've always
Right.
said, it's more expensive to eat the food that ain't going to kill you.
Right.
I was looking at some fast food thing the other day, and it was advertising like $2.99 for like 2 pieces of fried chicken and a biscuit. And like, damn, you know, if I was poor, instead of frying up my own chicken and spending $20 on ingredients and chicken,
much cheaper.
I'd go over to the fast food place. But what they don't tell you is they pump that stuff full of chemicals and preservatives
To make
it gets
you-
into your DNA and alters your DNA and actually ends up killing you early.
That's what makes people fat. They figure
And
it out.
also too lethargic, and all you want to do is sit in front of the TV.
Right.
So you can't actually get out there and do nothing about the situation.
No.
I tell you, I don't eat fast food anymore.
I love fast food.
And I have to say, I feel much better since I quit. And I work in restaurants, you know, but I don't eat a whole lot of the food that gets served in restaurants. I've said that because I know where it comes from. What are you doing? Did you mess
it broke,
it up?
so I'm just
we
making.
should reform it if that happens.
I'm just making it look like maybe an asteroid hit the Earth.
Okay, all right.
It could happen. I think it's like more likely that we'll just rise up and eat the rich people. But the rich people are trying to sell us on this and a lot of other bullshit. Because they don't want us to rise up and eat them. And we will start with their babies.
Babies are the most tender.
Plus, they're like not corrupted by all the bad chemicals. It looks really cool.
It's kind of a modern art. Oh, I got to tell y'all. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I got time to do this.
She got remanded.
So, I sent my 2 arts that I made on this show
Ooh.
into City Hall because they wanted stuff for the People's Gallery in the City Hall.
And you know,
they have
I
a
need to
thing
go there.
every year. Every year they put up art from the people. But I think it's just art from artists because
It is.
I am of the people, and I sent my art in. And I've actually got them in the back. I'll show y'all. But they rejected my arts.
Oh.
They sent me the rejection letter, but they sent me a nice little postcard that's inviting me to the reception. And I think I might go.
Oh, I'm going to go. Can I go with you?
Yeah, you can go with me. This apparently is
Excuse
one of the
me.
arts that they picked because it's on the postcard. Now, I'm going to show you my arts, and I'm just going to tell, I want
like
y'all all
that.
to like decide for yourself what you'd rather see.
I find that mesmerizing. I bet that has a meaning and some kind of code. And that is supposedly trying to program us with a certain message.
So this is what I had.
It's like
Now, I made these on the show.
it's like beware.
And I
Just
framed
beware.
them. I framed them up just for the competition because I thought they might need some kind of frame. to be legitimate. But these are two things I made on the show. Now this is the first